WheelEasy provides the mobility impaired, together with family and friends, the same opportunities as everyone, to enjoy leisure time together. It runs an access information web app, a sort of trip advisor for access. It is geolocated. It's also completely free to use. And it's available either on your internet browser, or it's in the app stores. It's a genuine one-stop shop, consolidating accurate and current access info on everywhere you'd expect to go, and everything you'd expect to do on a day out or trip away. Our aim is to use a network of volunteers to add really helpful access info so that those who have a problem getting around can enjoy their leisure time with family and friends just like anybody else can. WheelEasy is made up of two parts. Access info on individual places, ranging from places like cafes or art galleries, or even beaches and parks, or tourist attractions, etc. That kind of access information can be hard and time-consuming to track down. The second part of WheelEasy is providing ideas for things to do, especially that the whole group can do together, because they can take absolutely ages to find. And also, unearthing truly accessible accommodation, because looking for the right place to stay can be a real headache too. The main task that we want volunteers for is to add access info about individual places. Any registered user can add a new place to WheelEasy, but we want volunteers to do a really thorough job. To add access info about every individual place in a given area, and then to run the draft listings they create, past place owners for any more info that they might be able to provide. When you register, as a volunteer, we will give you the area and a list of the places to concentrate on. With each place, talk with the owner to find out info that you can't find online and things they are best placed to know. Then compile all that information into a draft for the place owner to see, so you can get their input on the draft you've put together and to provide more photos. Beyond the address and the category it best belongs in, there are three main components: photos and captions, which often provide a fuller picture; a description, which you'll find during research; then ratings on access criteria that we've set for each category. You begin doing this by logging in and starting to add a place. After choosing the category you think it should be in, and after entering the name and address, you'll be prompted to write a description. We've made 1-minute videos for each category, which give you ideas about the kind of things to look for. Then you can begin your research on the web, most often visiting the place's own website, and then possibly following up with a phone call. Then, with the info you've managed to find, you start writing the description for the draft. Next, you can add photos you've found, together with captions, which often help describe things better. Finally, you rate the place on the access criteria for the category. And you might already know these, because of the research you've just done. Then, in preparation for sending it to the place owner, you save it as a draft. Even if you've compiled everything perfectly, with all the information required, rather than submitting the listing to moderation, you still save it to your drafts, so that the place owner can have a final look. The last step then is to get feedback on your draft from the place owner, by sending it to them from your drafts folder. As a volunteer, we'll give you the ability to send them your draft directly, to get their input. When you invite them, you can include a message reminding them of what to do, to check the listing for accuracy, to complete any missing info, and also to add photos. They'll receive your message by email, and then they'll be able to click on the View Your Draft button to provide their input. They can then review the listing, adding photos, and making factual changes where necessary. They can then submit the finished listing to our moderators, who will then give it the final green light for publication on our map. We're concentrating on getting reliable access info on lots of places. And to make it super helpful, the density of one area at a time. We're then replicating this until we have all of Australia covered.